Before I begin this video, I'd like to point out that I'm not using an actual microphone for this one. I'm just using a recorder for my phone until I can get my mic set up. The next review that I do and all following will be using an actual microphone, so the quality will improve. With that out of the way, let's get to the review. Space Ribbon is a Unity engine racing game that was made for Steam a while back and recently released on the Switch. And it's quite a unique one, actually. When I was seeing it on the eShop, because it released on sale, which on sale is really basically the default Steam price, I was a little hesitant on getting it because I heard mixed reviews on it and the gameplay didn't quite click with me. But a bit ago I gave it a try when I was over at a friend's house. I just went for it and I'm actually liking it so far. You've got the campaign mode, which will help you unlock new cars and parts for it. It has cups ranging from easy to medium to more difficult ones. Campaign mode, you'll have to actually worry about the level of your vehicle, meaning that you won't be able to just beef up your vehicle with the most powerful equipment and wheels, etc. Like the first level, the first cup, you will have level 2, which means if your vehicle exceeds that level, you will have to start downgrading parts on your vehicle until it meets the requirements to be qualifying for the race. And the free play, in which you can do free race events with everything that you've unlocked and customize the difficulties, which there is actually quite a bit of customization. You can customize the rubber banding level, you can customize the slipstream, the gravity, the track style, anywhere from straight all the way to twisty. You can turn guardrails, obstacles, and pickups on and off. And you can choose whether you want to have jet cars enabled or disabled. You can choose the amount of entrants, the rounds for the race duration, the difficulty level, the opponent level, and of course your own level, which I think is quite an impressive amount of difficulty customization level. It's an impressive amount for a game like this. And then outside of that, you have that difficulty level, which you can choose the easy, normal, or hard cups, which you automatically start off in the easy, normal, and hard cups, and there will be a mastery level and collections, which I started off in the easy because I knew nothing about this game, which I will get into why it's best to start off in easy mode in just a second. And then you have the options menu, which of course you can change whether you want to have mini-map, racer tags, etc., controls, audio, languages. So there's a lot of customization options for difficulty, but as for the cars, there's an okay amount. But getting into the actual game itself, it's not a traditional style racing game. You're racing on a constantly changing track where the finish line is constantly moving. And the point isn't always to be in first place, because when you're in first place you can't actually gain speed. You'll be slowly losing speed until you're at a steady level. What you have to do is actually slipstream other drivers to increase your speed, or you can drift, which, by the way, I would like to point out that the drifting in this isn't very well. I've heard from other people, and even when I played with a friend in split screen, the first night I got it, he himself described it as an instant lose button, because it is not a very effective use. All in all, braking isn't too effective in this, but it's not the worst, as I've heard other people describe it. Most of the time, if you actually want to slow down, you're going to just want to ease up off the gas. So far, the tracks that I have raced, for the beginning ones, you don't really have to worry too much about falling off the track. But if you fall off the track, it can really ruin the race for you, as you'll go flying into space and it'll take a while for you to actually be put back on the track. As for the multiplayer part of this game, There is local multiplayer only, which never really bothered me too much because I mean I do like my online play, but with racing games I just more so am fine with it just being local, depending on the game type, unless you're talking Forza Horizon. You can have 4 players, and single Joy-Con usage does work in this game, and it works pretty darn well. I was a bit skeptical about it, but when I handed my friend the left Joy-Con to use, it actually worked out pretty darn well. One thing I'd like to note is that the loading time on this game is phenomenal. It's basically like there isn't even a loading time. Basically the most loading you're going to have to get is when you start up the game. Beyond that, races just load instantly. Overall, I'd say this game isn't too bad. It's no Mario Kart, but it's certainly worth a price on sale. I wouldn't say it's worth a full $15, but if you can get this game on sale, I would strongly suggest it. It's not a bad game, especially for a Unity game. All in all, that sums up my review of Space Ribbon. This is my first time reviewing a game. So let me know in the comments section if there's anything you liked, anything you disliked, anything I could have improved on, etc. And I hope you liked the review, and I hope you found this review helpful. This is Boris RC on the Game Clips channel, and I will see you in the stable.